When someone asked Somerset Maugham, English writer and novelist, if he writes on a schedule or only when inspiration strikes, he answered, "I write only when inspiration strikes." Fortunately, it strikes every morning, 9 o'clock sharp. Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra. Welcome to my lesson. Today we're going to be talking about secrets of self-discipline and how one of the greatest Russian composers, Ilich Tchaikovsky, was able to keep just one little commitment to himself, and it changed the course of his life forever. At the end of 19th century, Tchaikovsky was the most famous musician in the world. He was even invited to conduct the orchestra at Carnegie Hall for the very first opening night concert. Directors of Carnegie Hall were certain that by inviting this #1 musical celebrity, Carnegie Hall will become one of the most glamorous, prestigious, and famous stages in the world. And they were right, thanks to Tchaikovsky. But not many people know that Tchaikovsky really struggled with his emotions during his entire life. Just imagine possessing such gift and passion for music, and at the same time being extremely introverted, nervous, prone to breakdown, constantly depressed. Any little unreasonable thing could make him cry and could make him feel very, very anxious. So his emotions were really a big problem for him. So how do you handle yourself with all this madness and all this huge talent? Tchaikovsky knew that something needs to be done about that. And if he will not come up with a decision or clever commitment to himself, he would lose his art, he would lose his gift, and he would lose himself. So on one particularly sunny day, he woke up feeling more or less okay, and he makes a very simple yet powerful decision that eventually will prove itself a great deal. Here it is. No matter how I feel, good or bad, depressed, even dying, maybe too happy or too lazy, doesn't matter. The feelings don't matter. No matter how I feel, I will go to the piano and I will write a piece of music. And I will do this every single day, no matter what. Okay, day 1, he wakes up feeling miserable, of course. Getting dressed, getting up, and getting to the piano are the very last things on his mind. But nevertheless, he remembers about his commitment. He comes to the piano. He sits at the piano. There is no any idea. There is not a single melody in his head. It's absolutely empty. But nonetheless, he grinds out a little piece of music. He writes it down. It's done. He barely looks at it. He feels ashamed for creating such trivial, meaningless little piece of music. So what does he do? He simply just throws the score in the garbage, in a trash can. I'm sure it wasn't that bad. It's Tchaikovsky after all, but it was not up to his high standard. What happens next day? Perhaps he will feel a little bit better, but nope, he does not. He feels really bad, and perhaps he remembers the terrible rehearsal he had last night with the orchestra. When he was conducting, all of a sudden he imagined that his head was falling off his shoulders, so he had to keep his head with his left hand and conduct with his right hand. Can you imagine? So he feels terrible once again, but what does he do? Perhaps he counts 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then pushes himself to the instrument. And once again, he writes a meaningless little piece of music. What does he do? He does the same. He throws it into the garbage. He does this over and over again. Day 3 is no different. And then we feel, well, that doesn't make any sense. But actually it does make tremendous sense, because Tchaikovsky really figured out the secret of his success. And the secret was to simply show up to the piano, show up to be ready to do the work that is necessary. And did inspiration eventually come to him? Of course, it did. And it did so many times. And when he felt inspired, it was amazing. He could actually write for days. He would write during the day, he would write during the night, just non-stop, only taking short breaks here and there for some food and drink and a little rest. It was incredible. Until everything he wanted to say was said through music. I hope this story will inspire you and perhaps will also give you an idea what commitment you can give to yourself in order to make sure your work keeps on going and you're on your way to your great success, just like Tchaikovsky did when he was able to create no matter how badly he felt. He still would show up, just like a soldier, show up for his art, show up for his music and for himself. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this story inspired you. If you want me to talk about any other composers or anything really related to music, please let me know in the comments and I will be happy to meet your request. Thank you and have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.